Shabbat Shalom, all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, Ba'asham Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone, and salutations to all the sincere. And you know, right now you have a lot of coverage and a lot of information going into the current, major event that's happening on the earth right now, which is basically the Israeli-Hamas conflict, which of course is a misnomer, right? Because what is actually happening is that the Israelis are using this, or rather the state of Israel, let's just say it like that, because if you talk about the Israelis, you talk about the small hats, but the state of Israel is using this as an excuse to invade and attack the Palestine or the Palestinian people, the Palestine government, whatever. And just a lot of information, a lot of news articles going into this, and a lot of videos covering what is happening between Israel and Palestine. And if you even go into it, you see, in your YouTube recommends, I'm sure that you all have seen it, where you have old videos going into the Israeli-Palestine conflict popping up. You have people, on the YouTube trying to explain the situation of what is going on between Israel and Palestine. And right now, because you see this outright conflict and Israel declaring straight up war, now you have everybody, or the news articles or the news media, covering what is actually happening between Israel and Palestine. But here is the thing, right? The men of the Lord have been on this from the beginning. And I always go into this, and I'll die on this hill that the men of the great millstone are the first, or rather the primary source, or are the first source of breaking news of current events and the things that are going on the earth, because the prophets, the elders, the apostles, the men of God have shown you and told you all these things before they came to pass through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shami Oshai, of course. So let's get the precepts. So we're starting from the book of Isaiah 42, verse 8. I am Yahweh, that is my name, and my glory will I not give to another, neither my praise to graven images. So the clear cause for this conflict, right? These issues, the things that you see happening on the earth is, of course, the Most High Yahweh Bashani Oshai, because He's the one that is in full control, as it is written, over the kingdom of men, over the world of men. And that's Daniel 4, verse 11 or 17, right? This matter is by the decree of the watchers to the intent from the Holy Ones. This matter is by the decree of the watchers to the Salakia. This matter is by the decree of the watchers to the intent that the living may know that the Most High Yahweh Shai ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever He will, and setteth up over it the basest of men. So because the Most High Yahweh Shai has put Esau Edom in power, that's the reason why you see, the events of what is going on between the state of Israel and Palestine, right? But before these things came to pass, before these things happened, you were warned of it by the men of the Lord. You are warned of it by the Most High Yahweh Shai through His servants, the prophets. Isaiah 42, verse 9. Behold, the former things are come to pass, and new things do I declare. Before they spring forth, I tell you of them. Alright, and this is, of course, because all things are basically because there's no new thing under the sun. All prophecy, all future events have already been preordained and predestinated by the Most High Yahweh Shai, which is why we have that knowledge and we are able to give you an idea of prophecy, an idea of the things that are going to happen in the future, because we are given that knowledge from the Most High Yahweh Shai. Right? So let me also get this piece as well, just to bring more clarity on what I'm trying to say. That should be Isaiah 46 or 48, and I forget the exact precept, but let's go to that. Here it is, Isaiah 46, verse 8. It's like Isaiah 46, verse 9. Remember the former things of old, for I am the Most High, and there is none else. I am the Most High Yahweh Shai, and there is none like me. And this is the Most High Yahweh Shai declaring His power, because the aspect of the Most High's power, the terrifying part of the power of the Most High Yahweh Shai, isn't just His judgment, isn't just the fire and brimstone and the hell I can put on you, as it is written. It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of living power, right? But the power the Most High has that is also terrifying is the power that He has over time, right? Space and time, like complete control over all the events and everything that goes on the earth. Isaiah 46 verse 10, declaring the end from the beginning and from ancient times, the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure. So this is the most Yahweh has already set up, the events and the current events, the things that will happen now, in the future, and the past, all the way from the beginning. Which is why, once again, the men of the Lord are able to give you this information. So while you have at this time, now everybody is focused on what is going on between Israel and Palestine. Everybody is focused on the threat of war, the threat of a conflict, and how, the different nations are acting, supporting Israel or supporting Palestine or being neutral. The same thing happens back with Russia and the Ukraine. When Russia and the Ukraine happened, that's when you started hearing Christians talking about Gog and Magog, Ezekiel 37, running around trying to link it with prophetic events. But the men of God have been doing this from the beginning. The apostles, the other bishops, and I could go to the different videos, but I don't want to start flagging brothers' channels, because right now ISO has changed YouTube's terms of services, and they are going through brothers' videos and trying to look for a way to flag old videos, for misinformation. And that, ISO and YouTube get extra sensitive when it comes to the topic of the who's, right? Of course, that who rhymes with who they are. So not a good idea to be putting up or showing brothers, the different old videos that the brothers and the elders have done. But we know because all the people that watch these videos also watch the elders and the apostles and have been watching them and know exactly what the elders and the apostles go into in videos and talk about. And that the men of the Lord have been warning of this from the beginning, that pretty soon, a conflict, Israel is going to eventually break up a conflict. The elders have been talking about this for a minute now. The same thing with Russia, Gog and Magog. We're going into that, how, basically Gog and Magog will support Iran, right, Persia, and that is Ezekiel 37, right? Let me go to that. That he will dry up, and the river Euphrates will dry up to open the path for the Ezekiel 37, open the path for the kings of the east, right? Ezekiel 37, Ezekiel 37. So that's a different precept I was thinking. That's a different precept I was thinking about. Ezekiel 39 is what I meant to say. Let's see where I will start from. Alright, here it is. So this is the book of Ezekiel 39. Therefore, thou son of man, prophesy against Gog and say, thus saith Adonai Yahweh, behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal. And when you talk about Gog, they are going into the Russians because they are the ones that are in that landmass now. And understand that the Russians are not the people of Gog or Magog, but rather they are in that land because the Russians are still Edomites. Okay, so now Ezekiel 39. No, I'm using the exact precept. Let me look for the one I want it. Let me look for. Here it is. Ezekiel 38. So this is the book of Ezekiel 38 verse 1. And the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and prophesy against him, and say, thus saith Adonai Yahweh, behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, which is of course the Russians, and I will turn thee back and put hooks in thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth, and all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords, Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmets, Gomer and all his bands, the house of Togama of the north quarters and all his bands, and many people with thee. Right, so the Most High Yahweh is rousing up the nations for war. He's rousing up all the nations and all the people, because this is what this represents when he's talking about different nations and countries, right? Different peoples. He's basically just representing the different nations that are being raised up for war. The Persians isn't just going into Iran and the Carmelites, it's going into the entire Middle East. Because right now you think that Saudi Arabia isn't gearing up and improving their military hardware in order to face up against their enemies, which is of course, Israel, which is of course the state of Israel. The same thing with Ethiopia, which represents, Ham, right? Ethiopia and Libya representing, these Hamite nations, or these Hamite nations, and they themselves are preparing for war as well. So all the countries and all the nations, and that Babylon the Great and the beast itself is also preparing for war. This is what is happening on the earth right now. The Most High Yahweh Shah is rousing up that spirit of war in all the nations and are preparing them for the conflict. And that conflict is, of course, the battle between Allah Yahweh Shai and his angels against these armies that are being roused up, because that is what World War III is. And once again, the men of the Lord are giving you the men of the Lord are giving you the complete information, the whole picture concerning the current events of the things that are happening on the earth right now. Because brothers have been going into this video, brothers have been going into these events, not just the prophetic and biblical side, but also the geopolitical, also the economic, also the militaristic side of these things, giving you the complete details to make sure that you are not ignorant of anything that is happening right now. All the history going into all the history, the real actual history, not the cherry picked information that you get from Esau's media. Because a lot of these videos that you see popping up about, the Israeli-Palestine conflict is usually always skewed in favor of one side or the other, and we know which side the majority of that information is skewed to. But the point being this: before all these people started talking about this, the men of the Lord were already ahead with this information, and it was already clear, right, that these things would happen because even the scriptures warn you of it. And this is the time that we're in right now. But don't let these wars, don't let these conflicts distract you from, the major thing that we should be focused on, the major prophecy and about to come up on the earth, which is another thing that the men of the Lord would have been ahead of once again. Because once this, right, the MOTV, the CHIP starts being introduced and pushed into society and pushed to all the people, that's when you're going to, and push to all the people, that's when you're going to realize truly, truly that, it's, that the men of the Lord, the Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahshua was dealing with the great millstone. But of course, you will still have people that will want to deny the things that are happening. So this is the book of Ezekiel 3, verse 27, and it reads, "But when I speak with thee, I will open thy mouth, and thou shalt say unto them, Thus saith Adonai Yahweh, he that heareth, let him hear, and he that forbeareth, let him forbear, for they are a rebellious house." Right, okay, wait, this isn't the one I was looking for. This isn't not just this isn't what I was looking for. Hold on, but still, the point is still there, right? Him that wants to hear, let him hear. Him that wants to forbear, let him forbear. But at the end of the day, the words that were speaking unto you are the words of the Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahshai, faithful and true, and these things will come to pass. And when it comes to pass, everybody's going to be looking around like as though they are chickens with their heads cut off, wondering how did this happen? How did we not know that these things are going to happen? But the men of the Lord have been giving you the prophecies and these warnings from the Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahshai. Let me see. The one I'm looking for, that should be Ezekiel, the first chapter. Hold on, let me get this. Let me type it in a blue letter. I was planning on closing out with this. Okay, Ezekiel 2. And it was even Ezekiel 33. This is what I'm looking for. Ezekiel 33. Yeah. So this is the book of Ezekiel 33. And I'll start from verse 32, which is basically the entertainment scriptures, right? Because you have so many jakes that would watch the videos just for entertainment, to hear the brothers, see what they got to see, to hear the brothers, speak the word, because they find the video entertaining. They're looking for bloggers to come and challenge the truth. Looking for these and entertain these type of videos where the nigga woman is coming out to the camp and making the house, demons are scoffers and different things like that. they subscribe to the channels and watch these videos for the drama, for the, you know, for when brothers have to tackle bug outs or deal with demons and things like that. But this is the book of Ezekiel 33, verse 32. And lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely son, or one that hath a pleasant voice, and can play well on an instrument, for they hear thy words, but they do them not. And this is the same as the parable that our Lord Yahweh gave. The kingdom of heaven is like children playing in the marketplace, that we have pipes for you, but you have not danced. We have mourned for you, but you have not lamented. Right? So in hearing these words, you hear not. Seeing, you perceive not, because that stumbling has been set before you. But more importantly, okay, the words of the Most High Yahweh Basham Yahushua have been preached unto our people, given unto our people, right? The warning of these things to come has been given unto our people, and before, you know, and when it happens, let's just read this. Ezekiel 33, verse 33. And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come. Then shall they know that a prophet hath been among them. Right. So when you start to see these things come to pass, because just a year, 2 years ago, right? And whenever you bring out the scriptures or talk about the scriptures, people would, the people of the world would laugh at you, would laugh you to scorn, would scoff and mock any left and right. Scoffers and scoffers were everywhere, mocking the scriptures, mocking the prophecies. That was just like 2 years ago. That was like, sorry, not 2 years ago. It's 2023 right now. 2020, 2019. That was 3 to 4 years ago. But now those scoffers are nowhere to be found. Now everybody is starting to realize that the scriptures, are coming to pass. The things that are written in the scriptures are coming to pass. Even wacky-tacky Christians can see it. And they're starting to be able to link, prophecy to current events, because that is how deep in this thing we are, deep in the end we are right now. So without our end the video right here once again. All praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham Yahwashai, Bahasham Makak Dash, Wa Abad Baba, and through the Spirit help you Akim when you are quite edified. And remember, you heard it here first. Shalom.